Good afternoon and welcome to What's Going On. And I'm your host, Kathy Blaze Jefferson. Today, I am so excited to have with us today Miss Gladys Bowden-Brown. Welcome, Gladys.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm loving that background and everything.
Thank you.
So you're talking about Sisters Café, which is you're a founder of Sisters Café.
Right.
I'd like to give a little background on you so our audience can know who you are.
Okay.
Gladys Bowden is a native of San Diego, California, but relocated to Shreveport, Louisiana to pursue her dreams and start fresh. She was born and bred in her family's church and has worked in every position except as the pastor. She graduated a year early, served her country in the U.S. Navy. Thank you for your service. Raised three amazing young men as a single mom and earned her associate's degree in Paralegal Studies. Gladys is the founder of Sisters Café and the owner of PaperWorksEtc. etc. Currently residing in Houston, Texas, Gladys is a radio and podcast host, a teacher and author, a conference workshop facilitator, and she does everything in administration. Bowden produces her own show on YouTube, which is known as a one-stop shop for getting the job done. Okay, now Bowden is an amazing mom, a loving grandmother, a coffee lover. I'm with you on that one. A frequent movie goer. Oh, we can hang out. And love road trips. Her happiest place in the world is with her three sons, Diante, Gary, and Milton. And I'd like to mention her favorite quote is by Erin Hansen. What if I fall? Oh, but darling, what if you fly? Welcome, Gladys. Such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So, we're here today to talk to you about an amazing event that you have coming up. And it is your I Win conference.
hmm
So, I'd like to talk a little bit about that. If you could tell us the real story behind the name I Win and why now.
Well, the I Win conference is more than just a conference title. It was something that I knew I wanted to do a conference. I was really trying to find a different name because there's conferences happening every day, maybe 10 of them a day. So I was so determined to make it be summit, retreat, experience, something, because I just wanted it to be different than
Yeah.
what people were used to seeing. And I couldn't come up with anything better than conference, but it's more than that. It's a declaration. That's
Okay.
why it's I win. Um, you have to keep saying it when you're talking about the conference. That's also you declaring that I win. So where I'm watching women across the world quietly carrying crazy responsibility, like so much
Mm.
heat, I am at awe. I mean, I know this is off the topic, but I am at awe of women and the
Well,
things that
just look at the bio I just read for you. You're one woman there, okay?
right. Just I've watched them go through stuff and bounce back. I've
Mm,
watched them have babies and get back to work. I've
yeah.
watched them be sick and take care of their husbands. I've watched them carry companies. You know what I mean? So it's just, and then there's no complaint. There's no, you can't even tell how much trauma they're actually going through or how
Yes.
sick they are or what illnesses they're even dealing with, because what we do is we put it on our backs, our shoulders, and we carry it and we carry it. But this conference is for the women who might be questioning their worth and their timing
Mm,
and their purpose, whether they live in Houston, in London, in Barbados, in
right,
Brazil. It don't even matter. I've seen it everywhere. And although we all speak different languages, we're doing the same thing. And
right.
we're similarly balancing faith with ambition. We are healing while leading. We're doing all these things. And it just came to me where I'm like, you know what? I need to create the space because times not are changing, have changed.
That's
And
true.
what we were doing back then, we're in survivor mode, and we don't want to do that no more. I want to help people thrive. I want them to win in every area of their life, not because we're faking it till we make it, but
Right.
because we have the tools, the resources, the education, and the support to do so. So that is where I win, because I'm ready. I know we need some wins. I know.
Yes.
I listen to
Oh, of
stories
course.
for women all the time, and they could use some wins. So
Yes,
if
most
I could
definitely.
have anything to do with that, I want to offer this to them in a form of a conference of showing them how to win.
Awesome, awesome. And just to go back on what you were stating about, we all face the same type of trauma. We carry the same things on our shoulders because we're moms, we're sisters, we're aunts, and we were raised to be prepared to survive as
Yes.
women. We were raised to be that way, to survive.
We have to.
Because because even as I was speaking with one of my other guests, even as young ladies, teens, they bring us up that way, because a lot of times you're helping take care of the other siblings in the family, or you're helping prepare for the household as the eldest sister or whatever. But we were trained to be in that mode, and we never was untrained, or we never knew how to get out of that mode.
That's and let me I guess I want to say it the right way, but our mothers kind of put it more on us because they didn't want us to deal with what they did.
Mm,
Like, whereas my mom would say, oh, well, this is the only thing I know how to do.
right,
For
right.
us, particularly, my mom made sure I could cook and cut the grass. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
I can clean up, but I can also get my oil changed.
Yeah. She
I
wanted
know
to
how
make
to
sure that you were able to take care of yourself also, and
right,
your household. Right.
and didn't depend on my spouse or anything, or the fact if I didn't, because sometimes we get with people just because we need them, and
Right.
she made sure that I didn't need them.
You didn't go into a situation needing.
Exactly.
Right.
Even though I
Yes.
probably did anyway, because I needed the love. She tried though. She tried.
Well, you know what? And sometimes as women, we do it. Sometimes we even though we don't need, we go in there and
Yeah.
let them think that we need, so that
Yes.
that helps their ego. So we do that a lot. So
Why though? Why?
I win. I win. Just saying that. See how powerful that is?
Yes. Yes.
That is very powerful, because you know what? A lot of times we jump out the bed, we say our prayers, we do whatever it is that we do in the morning, and we're ready to go.
Hmm.
We're just ready to go, and we're not knowing where we're headed, or what we're going to face for the day, but to know that we're going to win. You
Yes.
know how powerful that would make us feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. Who is this conference? And I think you said it. Who is this conference truly for, and who absolutely cannot afford to miss it?
I would say that this conference is for the woman who feels um I don't know the right words, but sometimes you in inner self know that there's more to life than this.
Uh,
There's more to God than this. There's more to the world than this. There's more to me than
mm,
this. That's who
mm,
this is for. It's
mm.
for the person who understands there's more vision, more
Yes,
purpose, more
yes,
impact,
yes,
waiting to be released. And for some reason, we're waiting on some type of validation or, permission, basically, to
yes.
say, yes, this is who you are. We're waiting for confirmation from
Mm,
somebody else. So this is for that person. You're not sure. You know it's in there. You're not even sure where to go, how to be. For the person that is trying to rebuild from
mm.
disappointment, burnout, exhaustion, which we often carry a lot of.
Yes,
But
very.
that's who it's for. The woman that cannot afford to miss it are those standing at that crossroads
Mm.
where, again, they're trying to, again, carry this whole wide world on their shoulders, on their backs, and still smile, still look pretty, still be
Yeah.
girly, be in our soft girl era. And we don't even know what to do. And we go home and we cry or we stressed. And we need to know, the woman that needs to know they're not by themselves,
Yes.
because
Yes.
they're not. There is a world of women, the places that I mentioned, a world of women who are fighting the same battle. I call it global fatigue, because
Yes. I like that. Yes.
we are in office, we are in courtrooms, we are in the ER, we are in all these
Yes.
places, and we're still trying to just keep going, just keep going, just
Yeah.
keep going, and we're exhausted.
Yes. And
Exhausted.
you know what, Gladys, a lot of all that you just mentioned, a lot of times we're still isolated.
Yes.
No matter how busy we have a household, we have the courtroom, we have whatever it is that we do in our life, a lot of times we're still isolated, and we need to find like-minded sisters and friends and business colleagues that can meet us where we're at, because most of the times, I'm sure you know, you're trying to meet someone else where they are,
Mhm.
and because we look strong, we're getting left behind. We're not getting fed what we need out of this. So,
Absolutely.
so I'm
Absolutely.
sure those are a lot of the people you're going that are going to want to be there as well.
And they should. One environment makes a difference.
Yes.
That's one of the things that I put in the book. So the book is the best version of me, but it talks about all of these types of things. But one of them, my biggest chapter is number 4, which is check your squad. And that tells you about the friends, the people you around, the environment. And what I've learned through writing the book is I need to be in the room with the people where I'm trying to go. And
Yes.
when I changed my room is when my life changed.
Mm.
When I changed who I'm having conversations with, my life changed. I
Yes.
didn't know what I didn't know when I didn't know it.
Of course
You know?
not.
So
Because you're in those same rooms all the time, those rooms where you're in control. I mean,
exactly.
because
You're the smartest
you're
person in the room.
those are your rooms that you're familiar with.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
but you need to step out of that.
You have to. You
Yeah.
have to. That even goes, I'll often ask, what do you subscribe to? And we might think that social media or things like that is just little things, but it makes a difference.
It does.
We spend most time scrolling on our phone. So just think about you changing everything that you're scrolling to affirmations, things you want to learn about, places you want to go. You know what I mean? Take off all the foolishness. Take off the people who
Right.
still talking about, oh, the man trying to keep me down. No, talk about the person who just took a solo trip to Barbados for no reason.
Right.
Talk about the
Right.
woman who just built her own $1 trillion black woman who just built her own $1 trillion
Yes.
company.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Yes.
put those people on your timeline, because you don't have to be their friends to follow them. But
That's
if
true.
there's people that you admire, Michelle Obama is on my timeline.
Yes.
Angela Bassett is on my timeline.
Yes.
People who are doing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Jasmine Crockett is on my timeline. So
Yes.
it's just like, now I get to see, oh, because it's not just, oh, I'm gonna do what they're doing, but it's like, oh, that's how they did that.
Right.
Something you've been thinking about and you don't quite know what the next step is. I guarantee if you subscribe and get in an environment where you're trying to go, it will absolutely change your life. Absolutely.
That is amazing, because you know what? Somewhere at some point, we've gotten it in our head that we're not able to get there or able to go into those rooms or be in those spaces. So you have Sisters Cafe here telling you that you
Yes,
can do it.
yes, you can. Absolutely can. Which is
You
why
can
we're
do
winning.
it.
We are winning and we're going to do it together.
Can you tell us what some of the problems or pain you are seeing in women right now that this conference is designed to address?
Absolutely. As I said, and I did answer it probably because I like to get ahead of things, but as I said, in the culture, now that I've changed my environment, I've been in different environments. And again,
Mhm.
whether that is Italy or Brazil or Houston or California, wherever it may be, we're globally dealing with this fatigue in women. It is the women who are constantly giving to their careers, their families, ministries, communities, and yet rarely finding spaces that they're restored or poured
Yes.
into. Just them, where nobody's pulling on them or asking them for nothing. They can literally get poured into. And I think we lack. I talk about having dusty cups. We cannot keep pouring and pouring. And let me not say we can't, because that's what we're doing.
Well, that's what we're doing. Yes.
We're doing it. And if you look in our cups, like it's dusty.
Yes.
It's nothing, but yet we find strength and ability somewhere to still give. But that is why we are so lonely and empty.
That's true.
A lot of us are dealing with depression and not saying nothing, and
That's
other
true.
mental issues.
Yes.
And we just, because we're scared to say, I'm not okay.
That's true. And sometimes we're not recognizing it because it's our normalcy. So we don't recognize it. And I tell people this all the time. I've had high blood pressure, and I'm one of those people that I don't recognize when I'm ill or something's going on, because my pain tolerance is high and I just keep going. And that's what we experience as women with all these roles we play. We just keep going.
Right.
And I love what you said about the dusty cup, because most time we're so busy wanting to make sure everyone else's cup is clean, we're forgetting about our own cup.
And we were taught to do that, or we think it makes them love us. And I talk about it a lot, only because it's what I experienced for a very long time, because I wanted to be what everybody else needed. So I'm what my boss needs. I'm what the pastor needs. I'm what grandma needs. I'm what my kids need. You know what I mean? So everybody gets their needs met except for me. And then I'm left like, what about, hello? What about me? And nobody sees you. Nobody sees you screaming. Nobody hears you yelling. Nobody hears anything, because they're so used to you. As somebody said to me, well, you look like you okay. And when I was so dead inside, and I'm like, how in the world do you think I'm okay?
Yeah.
But they said that's
because they see you doing the job every day.
And we do that.
Yeah.
We are wounded healers.
Yeah.
We are broken inside, but we're steady trying to fix somebody else.
So when did you recognize that in yourself, Gladys?
After 40.
Yeah.
40 is like this magic number that stuff just happened, where it's like, I don't care now what nobody think. I don't care. I gotta have me. Yeah. I'm not pleasing. I spent many years pleasing other people. And then when you no longer can please, or you don't please the right way, they have no longer need of you.
Oh, yes. Say that again.
And that hurt me. In the book, I say, I'm the only person. You're the only person. It's going to be with you until the day you die, guaranteed. There is no other guarantee that my children are going to be there, that my husband's going to be there, that my best cousin, and it's not guaranteed they'll be there, but I'm going to be with me. So I'm the one that needs to be happy.
That is so true. That is true. I had to tell a family member once, I think it was one of my brother, it was like, because you're family, you're my sister, you should do this. No, we both came on this earth by ourselves, okay?
Right.
And we're going to leave here on our own.
Right.
So no, I don't have to do that.
Right.
And that's what a lot of times they think, because you're the mom, you're the sister, you're the wife, you have to, no matter how you're feeling, how dusty your cup is, you still have to do it.
And two, again, we teach people how to treat us.
That's true.
So therefore, because we have done it sick, dead, empty, upset, everything, we've done it still.
Yes,
we taught them to never mind. One thing that was pointed out to me way later, 40 years later, I've always made sure people had their birthday stuff. And then it was one birthday, I think I was 40 or 41. I didn't say nothing. Nobody remembered it was my birthday.
Oh.
And I'm like, Not even two of my kids. The one did.
Oh,
And I thought, you know what? From this day forward, I will do my own birthday. If
yes.
that means I'm on a boat, a ship,
Mhm,
a plane, I don't care if it's in the movie theater with a cake pop. I'm gonna make
mhm.
sure that I treat my birthday as special as
As
it
you
is.
should, as you should. And I've heard this, and you've heard it many times. Women stating that, "Oh, I don't get flowers, or I don't get." Get it for yourself.
Yourself.
Get it for yourself. Make yourself feel special because you are special, and you should feel that way.
And you know what happens after that? They start. So the next person
Mhm,
you come into, the next relationship, or the next,
mhm.
they're going to get you flowers on your
Yes,
birthday because they saw you do it for they.
that
That's
is
what you
true.
want. And not only that, when you do stuff for yourself, you won't accept nothing less.
That is
You
true.
won't accept other. When you start valuing yourself, being in rooms in this environment, and you growing and doing and creating and producing, you won't be around people who don't value what you got going on, or
Right.
that's going to interrupt your peace.
That
I
is
don't I
true.
don't do peace interruption. And it
Ah,
took me 40 something years for that.
hmm.
I don't play with my peace, like for real.
I love it. I love it. So, what can your guests expect from this conference? What should they prepare for? I'm going to ask you.
Well, it's 2 days. So Friday is an all day, but Saturday is the Woman Crush Wednesday Awards. And this is where we specially spotlight women who are generally in the background. You know, the
Okay.
ones you don't never see, but they're the
Yeah.
actual ones that put on the whole thing, but they
Right.
never get the thank you. It's
Yes.
that woman. It's the woman who doesn't even know that she made an impact in this billionaire's life when they were 10. It's the woman who is, I give you a good example. There's a woman I want to give an award to because I was young and chunky. Now I'm older and chunky, but then it was different. I thought I was ugly,
Oh.
and I didn't know I was just bigger than everybody else,
Uh-huh.
my age. And I met this lady, and she was a big lady, but she had to be the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my life. And that I was 11. And I remember saying, wow, I can be beautiful.
Yes.
And that has stayed with me until today.
I love that.
And I still talk to her. She calls
Yes.
me Gladiola, but she is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world because she made it look good, but she made
Yes.
the person in me become the woman that's standing right here, that I don't care what's wrapped around my waist. I still
Mhm.
look good.
And you
I
should.
do.
And
You know
you
what I mean?
should. As
But
you should.
everybody doesn't get that. But those are the
That's true.
people that need to be spotlighted because they don't even know what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how amazing or what transformation they created so that I can be in the next room, so I can
Yes.
make the company, so that I can be in the courtroom. So that's going to happen on Saturday. But Friday, we have we got morning coffee with Gladys B. So that's where we get, our dose of coffee, because I love coffee, but some people don't like coffee. So you can have some tea or some water or something. So you don't have to have coffee, but that's just where we get affirmations and encouragement to start
Oh,
the day. Then we go right into our workshops, which we have some amazing, amazing workshop leaders that are going to give you something that you can use, and I mean use for the rest of your life. And that is what I'm super
wonderful.
excited about. We
Wo-
got Sisters Café taping live while
Okay.
we're there. I've never done a live recording at a conference. So I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
So will you also have virtual access, or is it pretty much in the room? You have to be.
You have to be in the room, except
Okay.
for Friday night, which is evening service.
Oh.
Because for me, I just feel like the word is free.
Mm,
So that's where we're opening up. If you can't make it, you can stream it. And even that, if you haven't registered, you can still be in the room because the word is free. And that's the bottom line of the conference. You need
yes.
to be free by the Spirit and come out, refreshed in the Spirit, and be able to hear and understand how to hear from God so you can win, because you
Yeah.
can't win without him. We can't
You
win
sure
without
can't. Not at
him.
all. So,
So, mhm.
so I'm just trying to get a visualization. Are you going to have breakout rooms, or is it going to be one room where each presenter is and for a certain amount of time?
It
Or will
is.
you
So
have
they
different
are.
breakout rooms?
No, I'm actually going to allow everybody to be, because this is not something to choose from. I felt
Okay. Okay.
that's how important these workshops, I call them empowered shops. This
Okay.
is how important they are. So yes, it's
So
one.
they won't miss anything, which is
They
awesome
won't
because,
miss
and I
nothing.
ask that because sometimes we go to conferences and we miss
Yeah.
really good nuggets because we felt that, oh, I don't want to miss this, but
Right.
it's at the same
Right.
time as this. So
Right.
awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. So 1 year from now, how could attending the Sisters I Win conference change someone's story?
Whew, 1 year. 1 year later, attendees will likely look back and recognize that this conference, this moment, this environment was a defining moment to where they are now. They're going to be able to understand that that is the moment they got clarity. That
Yeah.
is the moment they were like, they got, well, I say light a fire under your butt. That was
Mhm.
the day in that room, because that's where it happens sometimes, where you're
Yes.
in a room and all of a sudden, boom, I got that idea for that. All of a sudden now, oh wow, I know how to move next. Oh my gosh, I just got the next best bestseller in
Yeah.
my head. And you'll I get it often because I like to hear. So sometimes when I'm in a room, you'll just see me hurry and sit down and write, because I don't want to miss the thought that just came in. So that's what you should expect. Instead of wondering what if, attendees will be able to point to this experience as a moment that they chose courage, community, and growth. The I
Oh,
Win conference becomes not just an event attended, but a milestone marking the beginning of a new life.
okay. And just so that no one gets confused, this is for the everyday woman, the businesswoman, entrepreneurs, whatever you title you use for yourself, the mother, the aunt. This is for all of you.
Yes.
So Houston, Texas, and those that's coming from around, get ready. Get ready. And let's tell them, Gladys, where can they find out more information regarding the conference?
Okay. Well, there are a couple of ways. You can find me every Wednesday for Woman Crush Wednesday on Power Influence Radio. You can check out the Sisters Café channel on Daily Faith Network, all social media platforms under Sisters Café. And if all else fails, you can just go to www.sisterscafeinc.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are there any last comments you'd like to make in regards to the conference or Sisters Cafe before we leave?
One, I'm excited. I'm so excited, but I thank you for this opportunity. I am looking forward to the people that are ready to walk in this room. And it's not just, there's some people that are already successful that just need clarity. There's some
Yeah.
people that don't know how to get there. So don't count yourself out. Don't just assume it ain't you. Go ahead
Mhm.
and be in the room. I promise you don't want to miss it.
Okay, and we know that some of these ladies are going to be asking, what should I wear? What should they wear to the conference?
Okay, well, on Friday, we have the I Win Conference t-shirts where you can check online to find those. So that's what we'll most likely be wearing in the daytime, but it's just business casual, whatever you would wear to a conference, whether that's your t-shirt and your jeans or whatever it is. And then same for the live event taping, same thing, t-shirt, jeans. For church, you wear whatever that you would wear to church.
Mhm.
Now on Saturday, you might want to be a little bit more award-like. It doesn't have to be formal, but you might want to throw on them gold heels that wrap around
Okay.
your ankle. But that's for an award, so that's a little bit more dressy if you want, because some people just don't.
Right. But
You
just remember,
can
there's going to be
with
there's
the
going to be
coat.
cameras around.
There will be cameras everywhere.
Because I don't want y'all going on there saying Kathy and Gladys didn't tell us there's going to be cameras.
Everywhere, every moment, there will be cameras. So know that. And it's televised. And it's not just United States. Sisters Cafe is global. So
Yes,
they're
yes.
going to be checking you out in Brazil.
Right, right. So, can you give us the dates when this event is taking place for
Yes,
those that don't know?
it is March 27th and 28th. That is a Friday and a Saturday. Friday starts at check-in registration starts at 8 a.m. and we're gonna go all day. But on Saturday, check-in starts at 10 a.m. and we will be done by 2. And you
Oh,
can go home.
okay,
Done.
wonderful. It was such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank
I do
you.
have one last question. Thus far, how has your experience been with Swagger Magazine?
Oh, first of all, I am a fan.
Okay.
I am a fan. So this is actually full circle for me. About I want to say it was 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, is when I found Swag Her. Anyway, I interviewed Fancy, I think in
Yeah.
2020, but I was a fan. I've been a fan. So to even be on here, be a spotlight in the magazine is just it's amazing. I'm coming for that cover next though.
Wonderful.
Coming for
I'm gonna be watching for you.
it.
Well, it was an amazing day to have you here, and I look forward to hearing more about the conference. I'm sorry I can't be out there. Would have been perfect. I have family in Dallas, so I would have loved to be out there, but it's not going to happen. But you guys have an amazing time. And thank you for joining us today here on What's Going On. And thank you all for joining us today, and we'll look for you next time. Bye-bye.